We're here today to show you the CTP-3 preamp from Takamine. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it in, and you'll notice right from the beginning this little red knob blinking, and that's showing you that the glass tube that's actually inside here, 12AU7, is warming up. So it will blink until it's warm, and then when it's warm the blinking will stop. That usually takes about 18 seconds, and so once it goes away you're ready to roll. There. It has a chromatic tuner built in. The tuner is accessible by pressing the tuner knob. You'll see that little light comes on. I hit a note. It says that I'm a little bit flat. So I'm going to tune the note until it's just all green. And then you're in tune. Very, very simple. And it's chromatic, meaning that if I go to the A string, it's going to show A and it's going to show that's flat, etc., on down the line. You just go through until it's all done. Now, you notice that you can hear through the soundboard when I'm tuning, which a lot of times if you're in front of a crowd is not such a great idea. If I press the tuner knob again, it mutes, but still has the tuner active. So you can still tune the guitar, but your crowd doesn't hear you tuning the guitar, which can be a benefit. Press it once again and it takes it totally out. Now, this pitch knob, the pitch, if say you have a piano that's tuned a couple cents sharp of the rest of the instruments in the band, nobody's going to sit down and tune the whole piano a half an hour before the gig. So if I press the tuner knob on and hit the pitch knob and then hit it again, you'll see that it blinks on 442, 443, 444, 445, cycles through back to 438, 439, or 440. I can end up landing on any of those pitches that I want, and then the tuner will then lock into being normal. I'm back at A440 now. So that gives you a lot of capability. Press the tuner knob again, and it basically takes you back to a fully functioning preamp. So the EQ on the CTP-3 is very, very straightforward. You have lows, mids, and highs, and they're plus or minus 12 dB, which is a lot. Let me just show you on this low frequency here. Let me turn the volume up. The low frequency, really a lot of boost, really a lot of cut. It almost takes it all the way out. So you want to be judicious with these controls. I like to boost the bass just a little bit, give it a little bit of body warmth, and cut the mids a little bit, and then kind of leave the highs flat. It ends up giving me a good sound. Now with the mids, I'm going to really boost the heck out of the mids here real quick. And then there's this knob up here called mid frequency. And what it does is allow you to shift the mids. And I'm just going to look for a frequency that really offends me being really boosted. And maybe this right here sounds a little honky to me, so I'm going to pull that out. And now I've got a sound that I kind of like. It's good, but to me it sounds a little piezo-y and maybe a bit sterile because it's all solid state. So I'm going to bring in that CoolTube, that glass tube preamp that runs sidechain, and let you hear what that does. It just brings a clarity and warmth and detail back into the sound, a lot of the juiciness that wasn't there before. And that's a really, really cool feature. Also, if you have a sound hole pickup in your guitar, or say a transducer on the top of the guitar, stuck to the top of the guitar, you can input it in the back of the preamp and actually access it through an auxiliary pickup knob. So I can bring in that pickup to just bring back some really kind of classic magnetic pickup sound and blend between the two and actually get a really, really good complex sound. This notch knob. So this notch knob is if you're having a feedback situation. So I'm going to have somebody here go and turn the amp up while I hit this low note so you can kind of hear what happens. We all know feedback, right? And it starts to run away from you. This notch knob can find the frequency that's the problem and then cut it out. And you can cut it out by 6 dB or 12 dB to really, really nail it without affecting your tone very much. Very, very valuable knob when you're performing on stage in trying to fix a problem as quickly and effectively as possible. So the CTP-3, as you can see, has a lot of control. It has the CoolTube preamp built in to where you have the extra juiciness from the preamp. It has the side chain pickup if you wanted to add a second pickup to the system. It has very, very versatile EQ, and it has a notch filter for killing feedback problems, and a chromatic tuner built in that you can change the pitch on. Very, very versatile system, very, very few controls to do it in, and very, very easy to function with. And that's the CTP-3 preamp from Takamine.